Welcome back to HOW History of World. I'm your host, ABZ. Today, we journey into the heart of one of history's most formidable forces, the Mongol warriors. Masters of horseback combat, these nomadic fighters carved out the largest contiguous empire in human history through unparalleled skill, strategy, and sheer determination. From the vast steppes of Central Asia to the edges of Europe and beyond, they rode like thunder and struck like lightning. But what made them so effective? How did their mastery of mobility and warfare shape the course of civilizations? In this video, we'll uncover the secrets behind their unmatched cavalry tactics, their revolutionary use of composite bows, and how Genghis Khan forged an army that changed the world forever. So saddle up, because we're diving deep into the story of the Mongol warriors, history's ultimate horseback conquerors.
Imagine a force so unstoppable that it conquered the largest contiguous empire in history. A force that mastered the art of war on horseback, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. Today, we're diving into the world of the Mongol warriors, the ultimate masters of horseback combat. From their unmatched archery skills to their revolutionary tactics, these warriors changed the course of history. Let's saddle up and explore what made the Mongols so formidable. The story of the Mongol warriors begins in the early 13th century under the leadership of Genghis Khan. Born as Temujin, he united the nomadic tribes of the Mongolian steppe and forged them into a disciplined, unstoppable army. By the time of his death in 1227, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea. But what made these warriors so effective? It all started with their way of life. The Mongols were nomads, living on the vast, open steppes of Central Asia. From a young age, they learned to ride horses and shoot bows, skills essential for survival. By the time they were teenagers, they were already expert riders and archers. This lifestyle turned every Mongol into a potential warrior, ready to fight at a moment's notice. Think about it. While other armies had to train soldiers, the Mongols were born and raised for combat. Their horses weren't just tools, they were partners. And their bows? Well, let's just say they were the AK-47 of the medieval world. The Mongol bow was a masterpiece of engineering. Made from wood, horn, and sinew, it was compact yet incredibly powerful. It could shoot arrows over 300 meters, piercing armor with deadly accuracy. But the real game changer was their ability to use these bows on horseback. Picture this: a Mongol warrior galloping at full speed, standing in the stirrups, and firing arrows in any direction, forward, backward, even to the side. They could hit targets while moving, making them nearly impossible to catch or escape from. This combination of speed, mobility, and precision was unmatched. But the Mongols weren't just skilled fighters. They were brilliant strategists. They used psychological warfare to intimidate their enemies, often spreading rumors of their brutality to force surrenders without a fight. On the battlefield, they employed tactics like the feigned retreat, where they pretended to flee only to lure their enemies into a trap. Another favorite tactic was the encirclement. Mongol cavalry would surround their enemies, cutting off escape routes and raining arrows from all sides. It was like being caught in a deadly whirlwind. And if you thought you could outrun them, think again. Their horses were some of the hardiest and fastest in the world. Speaking of horses, the Mongol warriors' mount was a key to their success. These horses were small but incredibly tough, able to travel long distances without rest. Each warrior had multiple horses, allowing them to switch mounts and maintain their speed during campaigns. These horses were like the all-terrain vehicles of the medieval world. They could survive on sparse vegetation, endure harsh climates, and keep going when other armies' horses would collapse. This gave the Mongols a huge advantage in both speed and endurance. The Mongols were also highly disciplined and adaptable. They had a strict chain of command, with loyalty to their leaders being paramount, but they weren't afraid to learn from their enemies. When they encountered fortified cities, they adopted siege engines and even recruited engineers from conquered territories. This adaptability made them unstoppable. Whether it was a fast-paced cavalry charge or a prolonged siege, the Mongols could do it all. They were the ultimate all-rounders of warfare. By the time the Mongol Empire reached its peak, it had transformed the world. Trade routes like the Silk Road flourished under their rule, connecting east and west. But their legacy goes beyond conquest. The Mongols revolutionized warfare, leaving a blueprint for future armies. Even today, the spirit of the Mongol warriors lives on. In Mongolia, horseback archery is still practiced as a sport, and the stories of Genghis Khan and his warriors are celebrated. They remind us of a time when a small group of nomads, united by skill and strategy, changed the course of history. So, what do you think? Were the Mongol warriors the greatest cavalry force in history? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into history's most fascinating topics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.